Lineup from here's Boss. Rice passes to Holmes for three. A nice shot by Tucker. And starting. Effort. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Rockets leading by out to the wing. Capella kicks to Rice. Pass to Boss. Houston needs to get a shot off. And another three for Houston.
Rice. And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. That one is on Towns.
What a stellar outing in this one for Boss. 18 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
Does on the court.
Levine dishes to Towns. They set the pick. Sims kicks to Nicholson. He feeds it to Sims. To the middle. Here's Towns. And Capella sends it back.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Boss. And down it goes, Jim.
I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
The shot's good from Sims.
Well, you've got to like the focus that they're showing here in the second half. I see a lot more effort as well. I mean, it's amazing when you lock in mentally and bring some energy and intensity, things can pick up in a positive way for you.
They set the pick. Here's Boss to the left side wing. Rice. And again, it's the...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. He focused on their offense and said to his guys, make the extra pass. Don't try to play hero ball and do it by yourself. That ends up leading to bad shots. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Rockets on offense. They're on a 13-4 run. There's the pick.
Move the ball. Stick it.
Boss passes to Harden. Here's Boss. Back to Harden. Top of the key. Batum grabs the miss. Timberwolves trail by 18. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the fourth. Levine kicks to Sims. It's deflected, but they recover it. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket. 1:32 left to play in the final quarter.
And guys, that's just about going to do it here for Game 5. Always pivotal. And now we look ahead to a critical Game 6. But a huge win tonight for Houston.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Boss. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot heat. He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
.102 left in the fourth quarter. Passes to Holmes. Here's Boss. Another miss by Houston.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
A shot by Batum, no good. Fast break, here they come. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Boss, no good.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Harden the pass to Boss. Shot clock at 5. Looking to end the drought. Not enough on that one as it misses. No good there. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. People were...
Well, James, no doubting a terrific win. Given the tough battles out here tonight and the competitive nature of this matchup.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He simply had a dominant third quarter, and it quickly became apparent he wanted to exert his control over the tempo of the game.
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. Being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance. He's going to just go right back out there, get to work for the next game.
Clutch, 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 Ernie. In a must-win game like this when you're on the road, you got to have a guy that can come through or you do not have a chance. He was the answer for them when it counted. Big-time game.
And we are still early in the postseason. There's more round one.
Let's take a... It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to Game 6 here in Round 1. An exhilarating night of the NBA playoffs coming right up here on 2K Sports. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, so is Shaq. I'm Ernie Johnson as we get ready for the tip. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. Taking a look at the Rockets, a crucial road win for them in Game 5. Now on their home floor, and this home crowd ready to will them to another victory. Well, frankly, they don't have many options in this one, win or go home. Now, from the coaching perspective, Kenny, how do you prepare your team with so much on the line?
Well, the one thing is focus, man. You got to teach your team to focus, because when you're not forcing things and you're focused in, you say, the things that's got us here is still good enough. And you have to believe that, you have to trust it, and then you will be victorious.
And you tell the team to approach it one play, one quarter at a time. You know, you also have to keep things in perspective, Ernie. It doesn't matter if you get down in the hole or get a big lead. To allude to what Kenny is saying, you have to stay focused, man. FOKUSUD, focused.
Yeah. So I think
it, but that's okay.
It's all right. That's
life.
What I meant.
We've already got quite a series on our hands, folks, and this is only the first round. Game 6 in the West. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Hart. We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves and Houston. You look at Houston. It's a win or stay home as they look to keep their raucous crowd to help propel them to a final Game 7 on enemy ground.
Yeah, and despite being in that 3-2 hole, they've got reason to feel confident coming into this game. I mean, this building is charged up, and I'm not sure these fans will let them lose tonight.
Well, it is truly a fantastic atmosphere, no doubt about that. All signs point to a Game 7, but that's if they can keep their composure. I mean, they can't get caught up looking ahead to that 7th game.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Andrew Nicholson. He's out there with Batum. Towns is out there with Levine. And it's Sims in at the point guard. Here's Sims. James Harden picking up that last basket. Lets it go from 11. That one a little long. And it's the Rockets with the ball. 4-point game. They won in their last outing, Saturday's game.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
Minnesota with the ball. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Boss. From 10 feet out, score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Kicks to Towns, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Minnesota shooting their first foul shots of the night here. The free throw drops for Towns. And he makes both free throws.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. They set the pick. Goes up off the pick. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can...
Floats one up. No luck. Good D by Harden. Rockets leading by 4 on the wing. Harden. Here's Boss. Off target with his 3. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Batum dishes to Sims. Feeds it to Towns. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Here's a Sims. It's rebounded by Boss.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Here's Boss. Misses from close range.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And Minnesota has possession, trailing by 2. Clock at 6. Here's Levine trying to find Batum. He's got it now. Nicholson kicks to Sims. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Another miss by Houston.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Right side, Batum. He kicks to Nicholson. And it's all evened up.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Rockets call timeout. All right, Houston, coming out of the corner, your own Rockets power dancer. Get it up!
And during this break, let's take a look at some of the very best perimeter passers. These were the regular season assist leaders from the shooting guard position. James Harden is second.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. I mean, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
Yeah, I think you've got to attribute it to the unselfish attitude that each of them has. I mean, sure, they're going to attack and make sure they get their points, but they get just as much satisfaction in racking up assists, too.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Following the miss by Freak, Levine kicks to Batum. Down low, here's Thornton, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out.
He's got his first points of the night.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Levine kicks to Batum. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. To the paint, here's Thornton. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Thornton's got his second basket of the game.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Here's Boss. There's the pass to Holmes. From past the arc, and James Harden hits from deep. Harden's got 5 points so far.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Houston leading by 7 on the court for Minnesota. Chris Humphries is out there with Batum. Then it's Thornton. Then there's Towns. And it's Sims in at the 1 spot. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Houston.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Timberwolves trail by 9. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves was just a man on a mission. He ended with 22 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He seemed to be everywhere on the floor the entire time and really was the star of the show, Kevin.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
And he gets it to go. Capella's got the lead up to 9 now for the Rockets.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Sims inside. Hill's there. Thornton no good. The Rockets have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. There's the 3. And another three for Houston.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, backbreaking run, really exposing the weaknesses in their defense.
Here's Sims. Pass to Towns. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his second personal foul.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And the Rockets making a change here. Covington's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Nicholson's checked in for Chris Humphries. Rockets leading by 11. Dishes to Rice. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The Rockets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And he makes both free throws.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Here's Sims. To the inside. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Thornton.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter. And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And Minnesota has possession. The Rockets making the shot. Sims kicks to Towns. Soft touch off the glass. Towns has got 7.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Tipped away. And here we go. Boss passes to Holmes. He feeds it to Covington. Rice dishes to Capella. Covington inside the line. Rebound Minnesota. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. And Thornton kicks to Sims. Back to Thornton. Shoots the 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here's Boss. He's got 11. And he dunks it down.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Timberwolves. And that concludes the first half. Rockets lead by 12.
Okay, fans, put your hands together. Okay, fans, put your hands together.
And thanks for tuning in as we get back to the action of our broadcast here of Game 6. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
Boss, he's in at the point. He's out there with Harden. And it's Capella in at the center filling out the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Sims. Banked in off the glass. Sims has got 8.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I'll tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Boss, no good.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Here's Nicholson. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight.
just a solid performance.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on him now.
Wow. Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Here's Towns following the score by Houston. Levine. And it's Rice with the rebound.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Boss passes to Capella, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Capella's got 10.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Here's Sims, 8 points for him. Floats one. It's blocked. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Houston making a switch here. Tucker's checked in. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Minnesota. And Minnesota has possession. It's a 16-point game. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And now look at the top scoring point guards during the regular season. Freak is second.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
And to me, that's what makes them so special. I mean, they don't have one way to punish you offensively. They've got several. You want your point guard to be the most versatile player on the squad, and these guys are.
And he gets it to go.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And here comes the break. The finish.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well-coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
The dish to Capella. From beyond the arc. The shot is off. And Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Levine. Over to the wing. Passes it to Towns. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Curry's checked in for Houston. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Here's Boss. 21 points in the game. Pass to Holmes. Here's Boss. Shot clock at 6. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Levine. And it's time for an injury report.
Hi, guys. Head athletic trainer for the Rockets provided some information for us. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. For a team that is getting ready for the playoffs, this is the last thing that they wanted to see happen. The worst possible time for injuries, Kevin.
All right, Doris. We will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
No, he's not. I mean, he'll be doing everything he can to make it back as soon as possible.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Here's Boss. So on the floor for Minnesota, Towns is out there with Andrew Nicholson. Then it's Thornton, and it's Sims in at the point.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Rockets leading by 14. Here's Boss. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Boss. He has 23 points and 2 steals. I'll tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the strength of the defense. But how about offensively? He's been clicking there as well.
Minnesota making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Here's Sims. To the paint. Here's Towns. Rockets with the rebound. Boss has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Towns comes with a double team. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find some, you're right.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Here's Boss. The feed now to Capella. Here's Rice. Buries it from 3-point range. And the Rockets lead by 17.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's the floater. Can't capitalize inside. Houston leading by 17. Here's Boss. He dishes it to Hart. And a miss there on the triple. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And Batum kicks to Nicholson. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
To the inside, Cole. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Rock hard finish there, guys.
And only one hand needed for that one.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you need.
Kicks it to Sims. Inside. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Here's Boss. Here's Holmes. And the layup's good off the glass.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Levine. There's the pick. At the top of the key, Batum. Here's Sims. The 3-pointer off the mark.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Sims. Feeds to Batum. Connects from 3-point range.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Rockets leading by 14. It's rebounded by Towns.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Here's Boss. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Batum. It's rebounded by Houston. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Man, I love to see James Harden go to work and shoot that ball.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which include transition points. Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you.
Here's Sims, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
With a much bigger man guarding him, that's not an easy shot to get off. Never mind to knock down. Terrific basket.
Rockets leading by 12. Holmes, that's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Here's Sims. The Rockets pull it in. Cabela's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Boss. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Over in the corner, Batum. Cans the shot from the wing.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Rockets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Rockets.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Tipped away.
And I can tell you, with this win coming in Game 6, things are looking very bright indeed for Houston.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Boss. And the way he was able to...
Money from the wing. And the Rockets lead by 13.
And just a terrific job of taking...
I thought there was great energy in the building.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
And he gets it to go.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Here's Boss. Off with the layup.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
So we see Houston taking the W here. I think, Greg, they played with a little more, of a relaxed demeanor tonight, knowing this was it, now or never.
And their season continues because of that, Kevin. How about forcing a Game 7? This is big, and it's going to be an intense battle. I cannot wait.
It'll be terrific. You're right. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, I'm here with James Harden. Congratulations on this win. It was a team effort, aided by this electric home crowd atmosphere. What made the difference?
We just got to play solid defense. Talk to each other, help each other out. That was amazing.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak.
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
Bottom line, a must-win game. Home floor, he was the man. Love the intensity and toughness he showed. When your back is against the wall and you come through on a night like tonight, these are the performances that you are measured by.
And that will wrap up this round one broadcast of the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. For Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson, and we'll see you again as the NBA playoffs continue.
Cali. Convict music. We the best. Yeah. We taking over. Listen. Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on the North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down in Miami, where it warm in the winter. On up to Minnesota, where it storm in the winter. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Memphis, 10, holla at me. B&H Town, Southside, Cloverland, Daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ass Cali. Catman, Cali with my eyes open valley. Blowing and spinning, going down Vinny. Drop 6, 4, 3, wheel hit switching. Red light stop, make it drop for the with it. Anything you hear that I said, I meant it. Can't got the crown, then spit out with it. Say you need I said I get it. If you want to, we can supply you. Got enough work to feed the whole town. They won't you unless you try to. Come around and try to stop on our ground. Cause we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
It's the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. What a battle this series has been. And we're all set for what's sure to be an exciting finale to round one. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Target Center. For the Timberwolves, they were unable to close out the series in Game 6, but they're certainly in a great position to finish it off here in front of their home crowd. Well, being the higher seed and at home in this Game 7, are they going to be feeling even more pressure, Shaq, given the expectation for taking the series?
They will certainly have more pressure on them to win, Ernie. I think if things are close late, they will definitely feel that pressure. The key, Ernie, is to build an early lead and to keep it.
Well, the crowd will help build momentum in the game, but, this is exactly why you fight for home court advantage during the season. So you have these opportunities to win on your home court.
That is it for us here as we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports Group.
the Western Conference playoffs roll on. We're already down to the wire in the first round, an exciting Game 7. 2K Sports proud to bring you this one. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Houston Rockets facing Minnesota. You look at the Timberwolves, it all comes down to this. A well-fought series so far, but only one team will walk away victorious.
And really, a deciding game like this, everything's magnified. And sometimes that can be a challenge. But the best players find a way to channel that energy. Playing in front of this great home crowd, I believe, can only help.
And, you know, that's probably why the visiting team traditionally has a higher winning percentage in deciding games than in any other game in the series. But still, like you said, you wouldn't trade home court for anything with a one-and-done situation.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Rockets, Boss, he's in at point guard. He's out there with Harden. And it's Capella in at the 5, home in the paint. There's a good screen. Batum with the steal. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Sims. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
Here's Boss. Passes it to Rice. Here's Boss. And some nice passing there by Houston. It's Harden with the drive, and that one is stuffed right through.
Just call him a speed merchant. I mean, he was a blur going in for that throwdown.
Here's Sims. Up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And the shot is good.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Sims has got 6. Rockets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Takes the 3. Boss, no good. And so it's Minnesota with it. They trail by 1. They look to start a new streak after losing on Monday.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. There's the triple. Bean with the rebound.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him that time.
To the right side. Sims dishes to Towns. And Houston gets called for the foul. At the top of the key, Sims. And again, it's Minnesota.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Rockets trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
He kicks it to Levine. Here's Sims. 11 points in the game. On the wing, Batum. Dishes it to Towns. And again, it's Minnesota.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
Well, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Sam Mitchell. Doris, what's the news?
He thinks the pace of this game will be a big factor here today. He said, we've got to play this game at our speed and not let them dictate the tempo. With home court advantage here in the final game, he feels they should be able to do just that. The pace of this thing will be the deciding factor together.
Thanks, Doris. The Rockets shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. Both teams deciding to change it up. Both free throws good from Boss.
just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Levine kicks to Batum. The dish now to Thornton. Johnson to screen. Levine. And another three for Minnesota.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Capella with the bucket.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Here's Levine. And Thornton kicks to Levine, the 17-footer. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Boss gets the bucket.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
Here's Levine. 5 points in the game. Offensive rebound. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, this is a good chance to check out some of the regular season's league leaders. Let's look at this year's top free throw shooting 2 guards. 5th best, Marcus Thornton.
And this is a set of players that can drive and slash, hoping to draw contact, because if they can get to the bucket and the foul, it's going to be a 3-point play the hard way.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I think even if they get whistled for a fair number of charge calls because of that aggressive mindset, it's worth it when you're an elite free throw shooter, and these guys are. I think you've always got to be aggressive in trying to get yourself to the foul line.
There's the pick. Here's Boss. Offensive rebound, Capella, and the rejection by James. In a 2-guard. He's out there with Hill, and it's Rice in at the power forward. Rockets trail by 9. Here's Boss. He's got 10 to the inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And finally, someone scores.
I tell you what, Greg, it's not been pretty, I'll say that much. These offenses have been really struggling.
Here's Sims. He's guarded by Hill. It's blocked. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Boss. From outside, off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 7. And Thornton kicks to Sims. And here's Towns. Another miss by Minnesota.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Batum brings the double team. Here's Holmes, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Now, here's Thornton. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Rockets trail by 7. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. All alone. Can't get it to go. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
The shot's good from Sims.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And there's the pass to Rice. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. 6 to shoot. Here's Boss. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor.
He's got to quit while he's ahead, Kev. It worked that last time, but that's an invitation for a turnover.
Here's Sims. He's got 13. And a wide open look for Thornton. And the Timberwolves tag on 2 more.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
The Rockets making a switch here. Covington's checked in. Rockets trail by 9, and Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves played just phenomenally. He ended with 28 points and rounded out a solid overall game, playing lockdown defense and finding open teammates. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time. Pretty passing, timely recognition as to where the open man was.
A minute 20 left now here in the second. Minnesota with the ball. Timberwolves leading by 9. Here's Sims, 13 points in the game. There's the pick. He dishes it to Towns. Puts up the baby hook. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
To the paint, here's Rice, and he uses the glass on the layup. Rice has got his second basket of the game.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Here's Sims. Jumper off the screen, and he hits the jump shot. Sims has got the lead up to 11 now for Minnesota.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And Batum kicks to Thornton. Pass to Sims. Here's the 3. No good.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And so that's the end of the first half. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 11. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, obviously things have not gone your way to this point, at least through the first 2 quarters. How are you guys going to get back in this one?
I mean, switching sides is going to help for sure. I swear that rim was...
Welcome back to this Game 7 as we get ready to get back into the action. Timberwolves leading by 11. Andrew Nicholson out there with Batum. Then there's Towns, and it's Sims in at the point. And that's the group starting the second half for Sam Mitchell. Now here's Batum. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Sims in the corner, just 4 to shoot. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Boss. Off target from 3-point range. Here's Levine. Feeds to Sims. The 15-footer. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Sims has got the first points to start out the 3rd quarter for the Timberwolves. They set the pick. Boss passes to Capella. Here's Boss. It's tipped. Towns with the steal. To the left wing. The 3. They grab their own miss. Can't connect from short range.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Boss, hammers it home to polish off the break.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
Man, I got to pick my jaw up off the floor after that one, guys.
Here's Sims, 17 points in the game. From the high post. Bounces high on the rim and drops. Sims has got 19 points.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
During this break in the action, let's take a look at the NBA's top shooters from the regular season. Anthony Towns, 4th.
Boy, you look at these numbers, they're amazing. I mean, really solid. It points out the fact that when you're on this list, you've taken good shots and you've made a high percentage of them, but I really think it speaks to shot selection as much as it does shot making.
Sims dishes to Towns. Good! Towns has got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today. And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Here's Sims. Here's Dang. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Here's Boss. 20 points for him. Here's Holmes. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Timberwolves leading by 11. Sims kicks to Batum. Here's Levine. The second chance effort, and it's good. Caught through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw. Timberwolves shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Boss in at shooting guard, and it's Harden in at the small forward.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Boss passes to Harden. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Here's Sims. Here's Levine. Some solid defense from Boss.
Move it.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Here's Sims from 8. It's rebounded by Boss.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Harden gets the bucket.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Here's Levine. The 15-footer. And it's Rice with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Here's Boss after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Again. Here's the screen. Rob. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. That's tipped. Here's Sims. To the paint. Here's Towns. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Towns has got 4 points in the quarter. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And as it goes out of bounds.